On the build show today, let's talk fireplaces. You know, I really hate most fireplaces in American houses. It's going to be a controversial video, so stay tuned. Let's get going. Build show friends, guess what? Exciting news. We're in the planning stages for a 2024 Build Show Live, our very first trade show conference event. I could really use your help though. Would you take this survey below? It'll take 5 or 10 minutes of your time, that's it. You could win a gift card, some passes to the show, some Build Show hats, and it would really help my team and I figure out the planning. 5 to 10 minutes of your time and it'll really help me out. Okay, so here's the deal. We're at my house. I love a fireplace, don't get me wrong. A real wood-burning fireplace is an amazing fireplace. And when I built my house, I built an outdoor fireplace. So this is my outdoor patio space. My house is right back here. The fireplace is disconnected from my house, which gives me a lot of benefits. So first off, why don't I like traditional fireplaces? Most fireplaces have some serious issues from a building science perspective. And that's twofold. Number one, they leak air typically really badly. So if it's a wood burning fireplace like this, that looks like a masonry but actually has a metal flue up there, it might have a slightly tighter flue and leak a little bit less air. But if this was a metal fireplace box, especially an inexpensive one, even with that flue as tightly closed as possible, these things leak big time. I was visiting a builder friend recently, did a blower door test with some fog to kind of simulate smoke, and we pressurized the house, meaning we were pushing air out of the house with the blower door. And even with that flue totally closed, I even closed it with my fingers, that fireplace leaked like a sieve, just massive amounts of air coming out of that fireplace, which means that even when you're not burning a fire, you're just got that thing closed, it's the middle of July, any small amount of wind pressure, you turn on an exhaust fan, you're going to be leaking air either down that chimney or out that chimney, depending on which way the pressures go. It is a constant source of whatever's nasty in the outdoor air coming in, potentially pests and bugs. That's the source of a lot of cockroaches, I suspect, in our houses. This is not a good thing for our houses. From a building science perspective, a cheap metal box, not good at all. Now, a true masonry fireplace is actually not. It's a bit of a fake. It's masonry, but it has a metal flue up there. An old school masonry fireplace like I had in my old house that was built in the 70s. When I remodeled it, I brought it up to code from an air tightness perspective. That house had a blower door score of 3 ACH 50. That house, once I remodeled it, the fireplace would never draw adequately. I'd have to basically open my back door to get it to draw enough air. And then who wants to have their back door open to make a fire? So instead, I core drilled out the back of the fireplace and made a 4-inch hole. Well, guess what? A 4-inch hole on a 10-inch flue is not enough. You really need 50% bigger than your flue size for makeup air if it's just passive makeup air. So a 10-inch flue, you really need like a 16-inch hole, 50% bigger, to be able to draw enough air in for that fireplace to draw. So as a result, we never used the fireplace because my wife hated the backdrafting smoke into the house. Not cool. The other thing that really bothers me, well, two things about kind of the cheap metal boxes, whether they're gas or wood burning, from a craftsmanship perspective, they just hurt my heart seeing those in there. I'd rather not have it, save the money altogether in that fireplace, than have this really crappy metal box. And lastly, wherever that flue goes out, you usually have a giant hole in your thermal envelope as well, meaning that there's just a lot of just cold radiating through where that is. So anyways, controversial video, obviously. I do love a good fire. I just made this one tonight for my Saturday night with my family. But fireplaces in general are not very good from a building science perspective and from a craftsmanship perspective. This one happens to be a Fire Rock brand. Isocurrent also makes these. Lisa Shubin, my landscape designer, built this with her crew. I built it out of all cinder block. We clad it with some Acme brick, thin brick on the outside. And then I put a copper cap on the top so it looks nice. I forget the brand. I'll put that, I think it's Old World Copper. I'll put that all that information in the description. But I love this outdoor fireplace. We make fires all the time. I've got a giant amount of firewood all stacked and ready to go back here for next winter, right next to my little Champion standby generator here. But I do like a fireplace. I just don't like the kind of standard fireplaces that we've been doing at American houses. So consider doing an outdoor fireplace like I did. I've got no penalties here from a building science perspective. It also looks really nice. And this will be standing, 75 years from now, no problem. By the way, don't ever frame an outdoor fireplace or an outdoor kitchen out of wood. You're talking about a decade before those things rot away. So anyways, guys, comment below. I'm curious what you think. I suspect there'll be a few people who only watch the first minute of the video and have some pretty nasty comments for me, but either way, we'll see what happens. Guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new content here every Tuesday and Friday. Follow me on TikTok or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on the... As a little afterthought to today's video, look how nicely this outdoor fireplace draws. Now, obviously, there's no tightness issues here because it's outside. But see that smoke just absolutely pouring right up the chimney? That means that I can sit even right here on my hearth and not get smoky at my outdoor fireplace. This is a terrific spot to sit. I love it. Now check this out. Look how much smoke is just pouring out of that. Kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of why you want that really large makeup air, because that smoke is just pouring out. See how much volume of air is going through there. It's a lot of CFM, so you need a really big makeup air to really make a fireplace draw correctly, to get all that smoke going up the fireplace nicely like that. That's crazy. You can really see it with the flashlight on. There we go. Check that out. That's just a lot of smoke moving through there. Anyways, I do love fireplaces, y'all. Don't be fooled by my title. Love a good fireplace. I love sitting out here in this space at my house. This is just a wonderful spot to sit. And it's not a super cold night. It's 50 some degrees here, but I love sitting out here. A piece of a fireplace, nothing to beat it. All right, y'all. Catch you later.